Good afternoon, YouTube. Birds. This is Clarence, and you ready to make another do-it-yourself or fix-it-yourself video. This one is on replacing rear brake pads. On my I got a 2018 CT6, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna replace the pads on it, and there's gonna be a couple of things I'm gonna show you. Do's and don'ts when you're replacing your brake pads. And to give you a heads up, one of the things you have to do is remove the master cylinder cap, because when you push the piston or the piston that's in the brake caliper back in, you don't want it to build unnecessary pressure, because with the cap on the seal, it has a air trapped inside of it, and to release it is loosen the cap up or take the cap off, and that way when you push that piston back through the caliper, you're not using that trapped air. With that being said, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to move up to the front of the vehicle, and I'm going to show you where we the removal of the cap, and then we're going to cut pieces here and pieces there, and we're going to eventually get to the whole brake pads replacement. I'm only going to show you one side, and you repeat the same process for the other side. Normally when you're doing the brakes, I learned this a long time ago, when you're replacing the brake pads, you replace the farthest pads from the master cylinder. So my master cylinder is located on the left front corner of my vehicle. I'm gonna replace the far right rear first, and then I go over to the left and work my way from there. Okay. Other than that, we're gonna move up to the front of the vehicle here in just a second. I'm gonna show you a couple of things on the front. All right. Okay, this is my Cadillac CT6. The first thing I'm gonna do before I start doing the brakes is I'm gonna go ahead and remove the master cylinder cap. Okay, the master cylinder cap is right here. All I got to do is damn, English is all jacked up. All I got to do is take the cap off or loosen the cap and set it back on top. Okay. My brake fluid line is here, which is low. Once I put the new pads on and push the piston back into the caliper, the fluid level is going to rise up. Okay, so I'm just going to leave this loose, and I'm going to put the cover back over it. Keep the dust and stuff out of it. Okay. Okay, this is the vehicle. Since the master cylinder is located here on the left front corner, we're gonna start with the furthest wheel away from the master cylinder, which would be the right there. So we're gonna start with this wheel right here. This will be the first wheel I'm gonna take off, and we'll get back to the video here in just a second. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get the vehicle up, get it on a jack stand, and expose or show you the brake caliper, the shoes. Okay, I got the wheel removed, and this is the brake caliper right here. And there's two bolts that you got to take off. 9/16 bolt is one here, and then it's one here at the bottom. Two 9/16 bolt. Once you remove those bolts, this caliper will slide out. You take the old pads out, and you install the new pads. But in order to install the new pads, you're gonna have to push the brake caliper back in. Yeah, this is a 9/16 here, right here, and then it's directly 6 o'clock below it is another 9/16. Remove those, the caliper comes off, and we'll take it from there. is out. $9.16. That's the other one. Now the caliper, a lot of times this caliper is going to be stuck because the piston is pushed all the way out. And what I'll do, this is the caliper right here. So it's stuck. I can push it off that way, or I can push the piston back in. So what I'm gonna do is I found a spot here, and I'm gonna push up on the screwdriver, which is gonna push the piston in somewhat. And remember, I took the I already took off the master cylinder cap, so I shouldn't have no problem with the pressure being pushed back up against it. Okay. Hold on, it'll come off right there, but I want to do one other thing. So I'm gonna put it in here. Okay, so what I did was I pushed back on it. I'm gonna set that up there for now. So now the caliper, this should come off. Okay, that's my brake. That's my brake caliper right there. This is something that's really gonna get me kind of going here, but when you get that caliper off, make sure you set it somewhere where it don't fall, because if it do, it could damage your line. So I set it up here in the upper A-frame. And here are the rear pads. They're not as bad as I thought they were, which means the front pads are probably worn really good. That's the outer. This is the outer pad. Nah, you get the inner pad out of there. And this is the inner pad. I'm assuming the front pad is really worn. The thickness that I have left here is actually, it's pretty good. It's this right here. That's pad, brake pad. So actually I was pretty good. And when you're changing your brake pads, the front wears out twice as fast as the rear. So I probably should have started with the front, but I'm gonna do them all anyway. So that's a fairly decent pad that I'm gonna go ahead and replace anyway. Okay, here are the new pads, and look at the thickness from here to the top, or from here to here. So it's these pads, the old ones are not that bad, but I got them off already. I'm gonna go ahead and replace them. These are interchangeable. They go in the caliper assembly this way. That's the outside. And then the inside, make sure you go brake pad to rotor. Don't do it this way, metal to rotor, because you're gonna hear some serious noises and see some serious sparks, okay? Okay, I got the new pads right here. You got the one on the inside on. So I got this one and this one on. Now, this is the brake caliper assembly. The piston is right here. This piston has to be pushed back in order to push the slide over the top of the new pad, because of the thickness of the pad. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna twist this piston in, and then I'm gonna see if I can slide it back over, okay? And that will be it. And then I just gotta reassemble the whole thing. Okay, we're back. Here are the new pads, and I just gotta put the screws into the caliper assembly. And I'm looking at the old pad, not worn that much, but anyway, I replaced it. I replaced it. This is the new pad. There's the new pad over here. And I just got 2 screws to put in. I gotta put this screw here in, and then this screw right here. And I'm done with it. So it took forever, but yeah. Anyway, done with it. And that's pretty much a wrap. And put the tire back on. Okay, so I got everything done. The new pads are in, and the retaining bolts for the brake caliper itself, they're in and they're tight. And everything's been checked. All I got to do now is put it back together, or put the wheel on it, tighten the wheel down, and it's a wrap. Everybody can't handle a wheel like that, but yeah. Yeah, I got one. This. LA26. Okay, everything is tight, right together, and that's pretty much a wrap. So I got this side replaced. I got one side left to do. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side, but if you can do one side, you can do the other side, so there won't be no recording the video on the other side. I'm just gonna okay. And no, I didn't use a jack stand. I put it on the jack, and I wasn't really worried about it. So, YouTube. Oh man, what a long day. Hey, YouTube, that's pretty much it for the rear brake pad replacement. My name is Clarence. If the video was helpful, give me a thumbs up. If it wasn't, give me a thumbs down. Send me your comments. Tell me what you think. And what I'll do is I'll see you on the next video. It's probably going to be something about the front brake pads from this thing. It took me a little bit longer than what I wanted to, but I was able to get it done. Thanks. Subscribe to the page or the channel, and that'll hook you up with the notifications. So the next video that comes out, you be in line for it. Other than that, I'm Clarence. Peace, and we'll see you next time.